Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you again in this video. So basically this is the continuation of video on quantitative and qualitative research. So previously you learned about the quantitative research design, which can be divided into 4 types or 3 types to be specific, which is experimental design, quasi-experimental design, and also non-experimental design, which can be divided into 4 types, which is survey, and then we have a correlational, we have cross-sectional, and also we have longitudinal. Okay, so in this video is the extension of the first video on quantitative. So this video specifically will discuss on qualitative research design. Okay, so the reference of this video will be on YouTube and also from the lecture notes that I've shared with you in my group platform. So let's go to the first video. Basically, it's related to qualitative types of qualitative research design. So just make it bigger. Alright, so this is a type of research that you learned before on quantitative research. So this one is the one that I explained to you just now. And now in this video, I will explain briefly on qualitative research. Okay, what is the qualitative research designs? And also there's another type of research which is mixed method. Mixed method here refers to when your study or your research include or involve these 2 types of research design, which is qualitative and quantitative. Okay, for qualitative research, there are 6 types of qualitative research designs, which are case study, ethnography, phenomenology, content and discourse analysis, historical analysis, and grounded theory. So the most common method or design that have been used by students for qualitative is mainly case study. Okay, most of the time they study on case study and also ethnography. Okay, so in here I will just explain briefly what is the definition of each one of this qualitative research and also a brief example of this type of research. Okay, let's look at the first type of qualitative research, which is case study. Okay, by definition, by definition, case study involves seeking the reason why. Okay, remember this is qualitative; it works on a why and how question. Involve seeking the reason why such cases occur to the subject under study. This may take some time since the researcher may try to understand the relationship of the different variables involved for a particular person, group, organization, or situation. Okay, for example, here case of missing person, or it's about crime, etc. And also example, case of misunderstanding between students. Okay, so for example, in maths education and mathematical education, field of maths education, especially to you all, for your final year project, you can do a qualitative research for case study. For example, you are trying to understand a problem facing by the student to do question related to maybe geometry. Okay, you have certain topic that are difficult, and based on your experience, you see that student have problem in on that topic, so you want to focusing on that particular student who are not good in that topic. So you're doing interview, you do observation, that is a case study. Okay, so the second one will be ethnography. Okay, ethnography, it is the study of particular cultural group, okay, cultural budaya group to get a clear understanding of its organizational setup, internal operation, and lifestyle. Okay, so example, understanding the dialect spoken by a tribe in the mountain and the way of life. Okay, di Malaysia ni untuk kajian related to ethnography banyak dikaji tentang orang asli, kajian berkaitan orang asli, how they learn about certain topic, how orang asli learn about mathematics. That's all about qualitative. Why qualitative? Because you do some interview, you do some observation, and also document analysis. So that is ethnography. Okay, so next will be phenomenology. Okay, phenomenology is a phenomenon. Phenomena ataupun phenomenon. Okay, so in this study, it is about experience. It's a real life situation. Okay, refers how people find the experience meaningful. For example, the experience of a person from a typhoon, flood or earthquake. In Malaysia, contohnya pelajar, you are referring to the student experience. Student experience, uh, for example, recently about COVID-19. Maybe you can observe, you can interview them. What is their experience during this COVID-19? How they teach, how they learn about, how they're learning, teaching and learning using during this COVID-19. If you want to relate to teaching and learning lah. Okay. Other than that, if you just want to ask them or interview them about the situation of COVID-19, what is their perception or anything, but in-depth interview. So that is what is called as a phenomenology. Okay. And then next, we're related to content and discourse analysis. Okay, so for content and discourse analysis, require analysis of examination of the substance or content of the mode of communication used by a person, group, organization, or any institution in communicating. Okay, so this is more like a document analysis. Example, you want to understand the phrase "I hate drugs," so you do study in depth. Okay, you do document analysis. What is mean by these words? Okay, content analysis. This all by document. Documentation. You read literature. You look at the other people works, and then you make conclusion based on that. That's mean by content analysis. Okay, so what else? So this is another example. So let's look next. Okay, historical analysis. Let's do the example. Okay, historical analysis is the examination of primary document to make you understand the connection of past event to present time. Okay, what is the relation between zaman dahulu punya dengan sekarang? Is there any relation? Contoh yang diberi di sini adalah berkaitan understanding how pyramid of Giza constructed. Bagaimana piramid itu bina dan how to relate dengan current punya building. Okay, maybe we learn from the historical study, and then from there we learn something. Then from doing research, you know how to use that knowledge to implement in current situation. Okay, so that's mean by historical analysis. So what else? Okay, this is grounded theory. This is about new theory. Grounded means new theory. Okay, when you discover new theory to underlie your study at the time of data collection and analysis. So for your level, for final year project, I don't think you have time until this for this grounded theory. Okay, it's not your level because grounded theory needs some time and long term literature review. Okay, so that's basically 6 type of qualitative research. Alright, so I just show with you one of the nota that I share with you in platform. This is also explain about the qualitative research, but only 3 types of research design. Maybe I can just go through with you. Okay, this is 100. Maybe I go to 150. Okay, so qualitative research. Characteristic of qualitative research: it is a natural setting. Okay, it's a direct data collection, a rich narrative description, process orientation. Process orientation means you are focusing on why and how. Okay, inductive data analysis means you start from bottom, you collect the data, and then you come up with the conclusion. And most of the time, the qualitative research participants' perspective. Okay, so they gather data more on the participant or the sample. Okay, and in the qualitative research, this part, you must understand that most of the time, the main instrument is yourself. As a researcher, you are the one who do the interview. You are the one who do the observation. Okay, most of the time. Okay, there is some categories of qualitative research. So here, as you can see, we have ethnography, historical research, and case study. So in this note, only explain 3 types of qualitative research. Compared to the video just now, there are 6 types of qualitative research design. Okay, so here is some explanation. Later you may read this, and if you don't understand, you may just ask me in the comment. Okay, so this is the design. All right, so that's it. Okay, so that is all for qualitative. I hope you can understand the difference. At first, you basically have some knowledge what is the difference between quantitative and qualitative research. Obviously, quantitative research by definition is the data can be measured and it's counted. It's counted. So it involves number. In other words, okay. Compared to qualitative, you as a researcher is the instrument in which most of the time you are the one who do the interview and you are the one who do the observation and document analysis. So that's what the difference between quantitative and qualitative. Okay, qualitative there is no such thing statistical inference. No, but you can present it in a graph, but it's no statistical inference for qualitative. Okay, most of the time the data is in the sentence form. Okay, and then you elaborate. Right? It's an in-depth study. That is qualitative. Okay, so I think that's all. So the exercise is similar to the one that I gave you just now in the quantitative research design, in which we are referring to the exercise that I gave you in the video on quantitative and qualitative, the second video. Remember, I told you to find 3 to 5 article journals, and you need to identify whether the journals are quantitative or qualitative research. Okay, by using the same task, you need to write down in the comment below the specific research design. To those who have referenced 3 to 5 article journal and you did mention there is a qualitative research, so here in this video at the comment bottom below, you need to write down the same article, but then you need to just give what is the specific research design. Is it case study? Is it ethnography? Or is it phenomenology? Or so on and so forth. Okay? So it's similar to the one that I gave you just now in the quantitative research design. But that is for the case of if your answer is quantitative. If your answer is qualitative or your article that you refer is actually qualitative, so here in this video at the comment below, you need to write down what is the type of qualitative research they use in their study. Okay class, I think that's all for this video. See you in the next video. Assalamualaikum.